Hi folks, welcome to Testing Hacks. Today we will see what is prototype model. So, we know that prototype model is one of the SDLC model. Among several SDLC model, prototype is one among them. Okay. The basic idea in prototype model is that instead of freezing the requirements before a design or coding can proceed, a throwaway prototype is built to understand the requirements. Okay, so, as the name suggests, prototype is nothing but a dummy model. As in dummy, in the sense, it is a you can navigate through the pages and all you can perform, but it is not a real working model. You cannot do other validations as in real. So that is where the prototype model is. You can have the look and feel of the application, how it looks like. All this can be seen through that. Okay, this prototype is developed based on currently known requirements. Okay, by using this prototype the client can get the real feel of the system, since the interaction with the prototype can enable the client to better understand the requirements of the desired system. Prototyping is an attractive idea for complicated and large systems for which there is no manual process or existing system to help determining the requirements. Okay, so in real time, the situation might differ, right? When we are doing a small project, we can have it, you know, easily all other models sets in. But when you are doing with a large scale system, that is where you don't have any idea of how it looks and what is going to happen, right? In that case, prototype model helps the customer to understand what's going on actually. So it will give the real feel of the system, how it looks like, and what and all the things will be present on the system. So all this will be covered. I mean, all these things will be known in this prototype model. Okay. um, so when we see the diagram of it, how the diagram of this prototype model is, first the requirement will be gathered, and then based on the requirement, initial requirement, a quick design will be done, and then the prototype will be built. Okay, so once the prototype is built, the customer evaluation happens, wherein customers will provide their feedback based on that, if anything needs to be added, if anything needs to be removed, based on the idea. So with that prototype they will get an idea, is this what they want, right? So based on that evaluation, again the refining prototype will happen, wherein again a quick design will be done based on that, and then again a prototype will be changed. I mean, whatever the modification has been told, that will be done, and finally they will prepare a final product. So this is how it goes on. This is how the prototype model looks like. Okay, and also in between we have other stages too, right? SDLC stages, whatever the once after this requirement is collected, design is done, then coding, testing, all these phases will happen one by one. Okay, so advantages of prototype model. So we got to know one thing. In this case the requirement changes can be handled, right? So which it gives a flexibility to the customer. Users are actively involved in the development. Okay, since in this methodology a working model of system is provided, users get the better understanding of the system being developed. So since we have already discussed, in case of large scale systems, we will not be having the clear idea of what they are doing. In that case it gives the much better idea, right? And also errors can be detected much earlier, because in this prototyping model itself, if anything needs to be changed or anything needs to be if anything error can be fixed in that stage itself, that would help in real time, right? Yeah, while preparing the real project, quicker user feedback is available, leading to better solution. That is a self explanatory, and missing functionality can be identified easily. So since we have the prototype ready, so we can have the feel and look and the navigation things in our hand. So if anything confusing thing, if anything requirement can be added, in that case this is suitable, best suitable model. confusing or difficult functions can be identified, requirement validations, okay, and then quick implementation of incomplete but functional application. In this case, prototype model is best suitable, right? So when, so when we will prefer prototype model is when we don't have the clear picture of the requirement, then we will choose this prototyping model. Okay, so when it comes to disadvantage of this prototype model, it leads to implementing the then and repairing the building the system. Okay, so that means that again and again the rework process happens. We have already seen in the diagram, right? After the customer evaluation happens, then and there again the prototype refining will happen, again the quick design will happen. So that is where it goes on like a loop. This model may increase the complexity of the system as scope of the system may expand beyond the original plans. Okay, so we are not sure how initially it was like this, and going forward that might take another step too, right? So that is how it might lead to. So that is where prototype model is little uh, I mean to say it is not suitable at all, but it is best practice only to while you are doing with the large scale projects. Okay, so this is about the prototyping model. So if you have any doubts, please do comment in the comment section. Please do like the video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.